Line tool. Move the mouse pointer, which has an icon of a crosshair, within the cutting area. Click once for the first point. Click again to place the second point of the line, and a line segment is drawn between the 2 points. Let's do this again, but this time holding the Shift key. We'll click on the line tool, click the first point. This time, prior to placing the second point, we'll hold the Shift key and the second point will snap to a horizontal direction, vertical direction, or a 45-degree angle in relation to the first point. Click the mouse and a line is drawn as a perfect horizontal, vertical, or 45-degree angled line. To draw a rectangle, click on the Rectangle tool and move the tool to the workspace and click once. Now drag the mouse and you'll notice a rectangle start to form. Once we have the shape we want, we click again, and the rectangle is created. If we prefer to draw a perfect square, we'll click on the Rectangle tool. If we click on the first corner, but this time as we drag the mouse, we'll hold the Shift key. And as we move our mouse and the shape is formed, it stays proportional so that we produce a perfect square. If we release the Shift key and then press the Alt key, it will draw the rectangle from the center rather than from the corner. This is helpful when drawing a rectangle to align to the center of another shape or image. Finally, if we press both the Shift and the Alt key together, we can draw a perfect square from the center. Once we have the shape we want, we click again, and the shape is formed. The next tool, the Round Rectangle, works exactly like the Rectangle tool, except its corners are rounded. Let's create one. We'll click on the tool, move the cursor to the workspace, and click once. And as we drag the mouse, if we hold the Shift key, everything is kept proportional. If we hold the Alt key, the shape is drawn from the center. Click the mouse again, and the rounded rectangle is formed. Notice though how there are 2 little red grab points? These are there to adjust the corners. By clicking and dragging just these 2 points, we adjust all 4 corners at once. This way, we don't have to adjust them individually. Circles are drawn in the same manner. Click the Circle tool, click on a point and drag the mouse, and an ellipse is formed. But once we hold the Shift key, the ellipse is now proportional, making it a circle. Release the Shift key and hold the Alt key, and the circle is now an ellipse, but is drawn from the center. And if we hold the Shift and the Alt key simultaneously, the ellipse is now a circle again, and is drawn from the center. The next tool, the Polygon tool, is a kind of combination tool. It basically draws connected line segments. Remember that the Line tool will draw one segment at a time. This tool is different in that it will draw multiple segments that are connected together. Interestingly though, if the end point is close enough to the start point, it will automatically connect with the end point so that the multiple line segment becomes a polygon, a closed shape. To show how this works, we'll click on this tool. Move it to the workspace and start clicking on points. As you can see, the multiple lines are connected together. To finish, click with the right mouse button. And there we have it. Let's click on the Polygon tool again and start clicking on different points. For the last point, we'll move it close to the start point here and click the right mouse button, and now it's a closed image shown by the fact that it is filled with a color. The next tool below the Polygon tool is the Curve tool. This tool is similar to the Polygon tool, except it creates multiple curved lines. First, we'll click on the Curve tool button, move it to the workspace, and start making points. As you can see, multiple lines that are connected together are formed, but lines are automatically converted to a long, smooth curve. Once again, to finish, click with the right mouse button. And there we have it. This tool will also close the image when the ending point nears the first point, as it did with the Line Segment tool. The next drawing tool is the Draw Freehand tool. As the name suggests, we can use this tool to draw more freely. The way this tool works is once we select the tool, we can draw by click, hold, and dragging the mouse. And as we move the mouse, a path is formed accordingly. You'll notice that as the path is being drawn, it is smoothed out automatically. The path will continue to be drawn until we release the mouse. Once again, if the ending point of the path ends up close to the start point, it creates a closed image that can then be filled.